Okay, go on to Rodge. Hi, Rodge from Oklahoma. Can you tell us a little about what you're doing, Rodge, these days?
Well, these days I've done a lot of research, and I'd like to start thank everyone. It's nice to meet everyone. My name is Rodge, and I go by NaheyiDOE online, and I live in Oklahoma. And my interest is in genealogy, history, natural medicines, and I just wrote a quick outline here of some of the ideas that I had. Was to actually secure some property here. We have water here. We can still drill here, you know, but some of the best water that I've found is in Nevada. They have, because it's so remote, but yet there's water that you can reach, and it's some of the best water I've ever tasted. You know, it's not great for growing, but you know, Oklahoma, as it stands, you know, I'm in a really good location. I came home doing a genealogy research project that was personal to myself. And when I got here, COVID had hit, and I didn't get a chance to really go ahead and do the real in-depth detail search that I really truly wanted to do, and that was on my own family. So but what I have been researching here is, and I've done, you know, like the local farmers, what I've done to do my part is not shop at Walmart. Okay. What I've done to do, you know, I find solutions, and I'm buying the local cheese. I'm buying the local beef. I'm running the local poultry down, you know, the nut farmer, and trying to get the best, actually to reduce the amount of evil that I have to eat, and that I have to drink, and that I have to breathe, you know, and that's really all I can do. And I call that damage control. So in a perfect world, if I could create what I see, because I am Native American, and I really believe that I'm truly, we all are one, and we're just all one. I know it. You know, if you know. So if I could do anything and give a gift to mankind, it would be a beautiful energy, perfect frequency flowing from the dwelling that you live in, the way you move, the way you talk to it. You know, everything is alive to me. It truly, truly is. So, you know, I'd like to plant my indigenous seeds, which they say haven't been genetically modified, but they're, you know, we used to be able to produce, the native people could produce food to eat within 3 months of planting. Okay. And if you could survive for 3 months, this diet, which I'm trying to get the seeds so that I can grow. So if I build a feng shui home, which gives me a great balance every day I wake up, right? For myself, because it starts at home with yourself. So you get up, you create, you use the seeds to eat, you plant your little medicine garden, you drink your medicine in the morning and eat it throughout the day in your diet, and then you just go about your day in this beautiful environment. So you have your medicine garden, your vegetable garden, you have your fruit trees. You know, Johanna's got it. He's got the fruit trees. Why are we sitting here putting in pine trees in my front yard? I can't eat that pine tree. Maybe I can drink it in some tea, but it's not going to be saving my life, or, you know, giving me any kind of self-sustaining medicinal, you know, properties here. It's just for looks. And we have pecan trees and walnut trees and all this stuff. You know, my grandma was never successful with avocados here, but you know, we could, you know, grow nut trees, and, you know, live in smaller dwellings. Like I'm looking into the smaller homes, and everyone on this panel right now it would be nice to be able to have, for it to be like a educational, trip to come over and to see what I'm doing, to see and if I'm successful at what I would like to do. Do I have bricks and mortar like Val does? No, I don't. It's just the feeling that I have, that I think that we need to go in that direction. I don't want to live in the English style homes anymore, because I need somewhere to process my dry goods. I need my livestock, or my goat needs to be close to the back door. The compost that Wendy wants, it's not a big thing. It's just one step. All the trimmings off the vegetables go here, and I walk it out, throw it in the compost, throw some dirt on it, turn it every couple weeks or whatever, and then put it in my garden, and just, live a really good and more abundant life, quiet. And, and we all just work together in our own, with what we've got, because we're all different. We all require a different diet. We all come from different backgrounds, beliefs. I do. I'm new to all of this. So I just, that's kind of what I'm doing. And, I'm getting it all in the book, wrote down, mapped out, diagrammed. I don't need funding until I need funding. Right?
Yeah, I think you said it there. You made a good point about having people come see what you're doing, and that's kind of what we're doing here in Baja. It's like role modeling, or modeling a community that's self-sustaining and that makes sense. And each one of us has that opportunity here. You, Raj, where
Right.
you're at, and Wendy, and
I agree.
Johanna, and Kelsey's
Well, we'll
gonna.
all learn from each other.
Yeah.
I mean, we get to make our own traditions. We get to make, there is no limit unless you limit yourself.
Well, they're pushing globalization, but it's actually, the tribal clan thing that makes more sense, where you're working with the local environment and local people, and then expanding out as far as you want. But locally you can get a lot more done than depending on potatoes from who knows where coming in.
Idaho.
Yeah.
Right.
So
honestly, that's what we need to do, is like each and every person here needs to have their little area. They need to have their medicine on hand growing. They need to have their salad. They need to have this. I've looked into ecosystems that they built out in Arizona out of an old pool. That's really neat. They pull in chickens, goat for cheese, the vegetables, and then they have fresh fish. So they have salad, they have fish, and this is all in the middle of the desert. It's all really, truly a matter of mindset. Truly.
there's enough for everybody if we just made sense of things. There really is. There's enough clean water, enough this and that, whatever we need, food. It's just the restrictions, the marketing that there's scarcity, and the control that the elites have that's causing all this.
They're lying.
So we don't have
Well,
to
you know how I feel about
agree.
that.
We can do our own thing. We don't have to
Mhm.
rebel, but we can do our own thing and show others how to do it. And that's kind of idea here with the school. We show people how they can unagree themselves, and do better for themselves and their
Right.
families. Yeah.
That's
It's
right.
not hard.
I
It's
agree.
not, it's just agreement that makes it, you're subconsciously being controlled by something. What if we had TV commercials, like constant, like Wendy's Kids, and what, like really real stuff, like people gardening and growing trees? And what if we saw that instead of pharmaceutical commercials? I mean, pretty soon people would catch on if there was something real on TV and the movies, rather than the drama. A lot of it's revenge these days too. We're watching Netflix, and a lot of it's just revenge, and like how to get the other guy, how to put one over on him, and fighting and competition. Doesn't have to be that way, but that's what's in people's heads, right now. So we can help show other ways of doing things. And people would go for it if they just knew how. People see what's going on, but they don't know what to do. So that's another part of this school, is helping people see that they can do something for themselves. There are
Thank you,
opportunities.
Val.
Thank you,
Nice
Raj.
to meet everyone.